The Devil's work is never done, but if you don't want to rewatch too much content just to catch up, here's everything you need to remember before seeing Daredevil: Born Again. As Matt told Karen, though she isn't a lawyer like Matt and Foggy, she's a good investigator. Indeed, the law firm of Nelson, Murdoch, and Page is still in business. This independent, gung-ho law firm was the heart and soul of the original Daredevil series, which will continue in Born Again's crime noir-inspired world, while Daredevil himself takes care of the paralegal side of business. He's just part of the only law firm that's feared by the Devil's arch rival. Speaking of which, here's the next thing you need to remember. Whether the effects of Echo's healing powers are permanent remain to be seen, so Wilson Fisk, the new mayor of New York City, could either be a villain or anti-hero in Born Again. Also, it seems that Fisk is even rebuilding his relationship with his wife Vanessa, who took control of the Kingpin's empire when he went to prison. Could the Kingpin of crime actually be a changed man? Daredevil's not the only vigilante who's skeptical. It's unclear why Frank Castle looks disheveled in the trailer for Born Again, but Punisher Season 2 ended with Frank embracing his vigilante persona. His return also implies that Born Again could pick up Frank and Karen's relationship. Moreover, alongside Daredevil and the Punisher, Born Again will also introduce Hector Ayala, aka White Tiger, another vigilante from Marvel Comics. And although Maya Lopez, aka Echo, isn't in the cast list, she could make a surprise appearance. So what about the villains? Benjamin Dex Poindexter was last seen undergoing spine surgery after the Kingpin broke his back. In the finale of Daredevil Season 3, Dex also had a bullseye in one eye. But while this sets up the MCU debut of Bullseye, it's unclear who this Marvel Comics villain will be working for. However, there are some clues. Not only does Vanessa now control Wilson Fisk's assets, she'll also always have the Kingpin in her pocket. We're also suspicious of how the Born Again trailer didn't show much of Vanessa, which could be a clue that she has a bigger surprise role down the line. And speaking of surprises, there's also a small possibility that Spider-Man has a cameo in Born Again. No Way Home ended with everyone forgetting Spider-Man's true identity. Presumably this includes his former legal counsel, Matt Murdock. But if Matt encounters Peter in New York, the Daredevil's enhanced senses may just allow him to glimpse Peter's true nature. In any case, there's one last thing you need to remember before Born Again. These two hooked up briefly back in She-Hulk Attorney at Law, and whatever case Matt's law firm will be up against, Jennifer Walters could get involved. She's not in the official Born Again cast list, but could she get a cameo in the show? Who else do you think could show up in Daredevil Born Again? Tell us in the comments and keep watching ScreenRant.